This is not reality. It's still a dream. Disability in Zimbabwe has been framed as a story of limits. Children and youth living with disabilities are seen as objects of pity, hidden away from the public eye, and bullied into silence in school. Long before love found me, I was a boy born into a world that did not know how to love people with disabilities. My parents discovered something was not right with me a few months after I was born. My hands were too weak to hold anything. My right leg was thin, twisted, and deformed. It was a taboo in Zimbabwe to give birth to a child who was disabled. Society believed children with disabilities were a bad omen. The only place of last resort was a children's home, a charity that was founded by one Jairus Giri in the 1950s. He drove around picking abandoned disabled children from the streets, and he gave them shelter. After my parents signed the adoption papers, I eventually found myself in a children's home. So I was separated from my mother at the age of 1. At Jairus Giri Center, I had to undergo a series of surgical operations. Artificial bones were inserted in my leg. And today I carry over 40 stitches on my right leg and over 10 on my left leg. I have learned to live with no proper shoe size. One foot is a size 9, the other one is a size 7. But on a lighter note, my mother used to tell me and teach me to put some stuff in the bigger shoe so that it can fit. And I found it very funny during that particular period of time. So later on, Jairus Giri became my father. In fact, he was my second father. And one day, it was around age 14. I still had my plasters and my bandages after another serious operation. 2 women came to our children's home. I hope they are not hearing me. So they came to me. They saw me that I was walking now. Then they abducted me and kidnapped me. Then they hid me in their rural home. Later, I found out that they were my biological mother and my aunt. But such crimes, they have short legs. They were arrested and charged for kidnapping. But after a full trial, my mother was acquitted, and the court ordered that I be returned to her. It was very difficult for me to adjust to the new home setup. I saw my father and my siblings as strangers. At school, I was the target of bullying. I was called names and excluded from play. It was very painful, though. But I guess that's the way it is. You want to play soccer? They say, no, you are bouncing, you can't play soccer. You want to join them? They call you by your institutional name, where you are coming from. It was so sad. Then my mother became everything in my life. She trained me how to walk properly because I was walking like this. The outer part of the foot was the one that I was using to walk. So out of her love for her son, she became a self-trained nurse. And she trained me how to balance my legs. She trained me how not to fall. And she trained me to hold, to get hold of objects so that my fingers could gain strength. That was the love of her mother. But initially, I didn't have that attachment with her. Then as I was becoming an adult, I felt a strong desire in my heart to adopt. I wanted to help marginalized orphans. So from the year 2000, I started to adopt, and I adopted 12 orphans. Up to today, I'm still taking care of those children under my roof. But that was not enough. I felt another strong desire to repay the debt of gratitude that was shown to me by Jairus Jiri, just to say thank you for saving my life. Then I founded Zimbabwe Anti-Bullying Society in 2014. All over the world, people are talking about inclusive education. It's a very brilliant mind, very interesting to listen to. But does it really work? We are simply taking disabled learners and force them to fit into a system that was never designed with their needs in mind. A system that is historically not welcome, historically unwelcome for them, but we are forcing them to be in there. What we need now is to create a world which is more inclusive. And we have to start by creating a system around the needs of children who are living with disability, first and foremost, with all its tools and methods. Then we take non-disabled learners into it. This is reversed inclusion. A system that does not accommodate disability as an afterthought. This is a school that was designed for children living with disabilities. It will have wide doors. It will have ramps, good lighting in the classrooms, assistive technology in every classroom. But then, this is the norm for all schools for people living with disabilities. We have to go a step further. And we are going to train them in emergency medical rescue services, disaster preparedness, and basic life support services. They will gain knowledge in first aid. They will gain knowledge in cardiopulmonary resuscitation. AI cannot do first aid for us. It cannot perform first aid for us. AI cannot perform CPR for us. So what we have to do is to train more and more people in technical courses so that they solve technical problems. Did you notice? This is a very unusual school, right? There's no school like that in Zimbabwe. Not even for people living without disabilities. Therefore, we are going to build this school for them. In our school, we are going to build repair workshops so that every learner, despite their ability or inability, will be empowered with life orientation skills for sustainable development and for independent living, so that the disabled and the non-disabled will be learning side by side. They will be creating together, and they'll be solving problems together, protecting their communities, and being the best that they can be in a world like the one that we are living today. This is what I want to do, and this is what I call reverse inclusive education. I thank you.